My name is...
What?
My name is...
Who?
My name is...
What's going on? What's going on, Patriots? You just locked into politics. Yo, it's early in the morning. It's 5:42 in the morning, man, and I had to get this out because it's Sunday morning, and we need to put these people in our prayers. For everybody who's going to church this morning, man, I need y'all to pray for this family and pray for their children.
They are working to determine what caused that deadly bus crash on I-95 in Stafford County. That collision left 5 people killed and dozens more injured. Tonight, we have learned the names of those victims and that driver is now facing 2 criminal charges with even more pending. Fox 5's Regina Ureta is live at the crash scene now with the very latest from officials on this tragic incident. Regina.
Sydney, NTSB investigators are working to determine what exactly led up to that deadly bus crash on Interstate 5 that left 5 people dead and dozens injured on Friday night. Now, they held a briefing very close to that crash site, and we'll get to that in just a second. But first, I want to describe how incredibly hard it's been for family members of the victims. We've been talking to some of the relatives of a family in one of the cars that was involved in that crash. I want to pull up that picture shared by relatives. You can see that family right there. That is the Donsevs family on the right, Dimitri and Ekaterina on the far left, along with their 2 children, Emily and Mark. They were among the people killed overnight. The family was on their way to a family wedding in South Carolina. On the phone, Dimitri's brother told me the family was very active in their local church. Their daughter...
That wedding is going to be so sad. Oh, Patriots, we got to keep these people in everybody at the wedding, put them in y'all prayers too, because you know they did not have that was supposed to be a very joyful and happy time for them, man, and something like this, I couldn't even imagine it, Patriots. So we're going to keep them all in our prayers, y'all.
Played the piano. They were in the church choir while Dimitri was a nurse. They migrated from Moldova and had lived in Greenfield, Massachusetts for more than 10 years. As you can imagine, it's been a difficult time for the family of the Donsevs. The crash happened overnight on Interstate 95 near mile marker 146. According to Virginia State Police, a charter bus carrying dozens of passengers from New York to North Carolina failed to stop, crashing into a car ahead of it, killing the 5th victim, who police identified as 25-year-old Priscilla Mafalda from Massachusetts. The impact triggered...
What is going on with these buses coming from New York, man? Didn't that last bus crash a few months ago and kill a bunch of people? Was coming from New York? If I'm wrong, somebody in the comments let me know, but I'm pretty sure I'm not.
A chain reaction crash involving at least 6 vehicles, one of those cars carrying the Donsevs family. The bus driver was injured but survived. Police identified him as 48-year-old Jin Dong of New York, who obtained his commercial driver's license in 2024. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy is now questioning the driver's qualifications, saying...
One of my Patriots, when I posted that picture this morning, one of my Patriots said, let me guess, he didn't speak English. I don't know about all of that, Patriot, but it do sounds like he was an immigrant. I think they said his name was Jason Dong, something like that. I can't. We'll figure it out later when I deep dive into this. But sounds like my Patriot was right.
Dong does not speak English and should not have been operating a commercial bus.
Somewhat right.
Meanwhile,
anyway.
NTSB investigators are digging deeper.
One of the things that we do, as a matter of course, is we do a 72-hour look back to see what the driver's activities were during the days leading up to the crash. So we're looking for, sleep issues, distraction issues, potential drug and alcohol issues. I'm not saying that there's any of that involved here, but those are the sorts of things we want to look at.
Today, NTSB outlined its investigative plan. A 6-member team will examine weather conditions, crash data, the design of the construction zone, and the traffic backup that formed before the collision. As for the driver, they'll determine, as you just heard, whether alcohol or drugs played a role, while also reviewing his driving history and activities in the days leading up to this crash.
Our mission is to understand not just what happened, but why it happened, and to recommend changes to prevent it from happening again. We will not be determining the probable cause of the crash while we were on scene, nor will we speculate about the cause. These are the first steps in a lengthy investigative process.
And the driver is being charged with 2 counts of involuntary manslaughter with other charges pending. I should also mention that NTSB will be reviewing the crash site for the next week, but they said that a preliminary report won't happen until 30 days after. So we'll keep you guys updated with more information coming from leaders here locally as well as federally.
That's just how we roll. You know what it is, how we roll. You know what it is. That's just how we